Yep.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Buko Boys.
I'm DVO.
And I'm Daylo.
Welcome back. So excited to have you guys with us again.
This is episode 14.
Oh, wow. Nice.
We're making progress. And
Yeah.
if you haven't heard, we have a commercial. So, it's December now. And have
Yes.
you gotten into the Christmas spirit?
I start like the week of Thanksgiving getting into the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, usually for me it's the Black Friday. Black Friday is when I start. But have you done anything Christmassy?
So here in Utah they have the Dickens Festival.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to that. I mean, it's mostly just kind of shops. But you know, the last year was the first year I went to it, and I was kind of expecting it was more of like a role play atmosphere.
Well, there is.
But like once during the day. But I thought like the whole experience nonstop was like you're walking around this village theme. It kind of is, but it's just mostly vendor shops, which is cool too. Now that I know, I just go get samples and buy treats and stuff.
I want to say a few years ago was the first time I went, and it seemed like there was a lot of role playing. There was Ebenezer Scrooge walking around and talking in the old style English.
Yeah, the people at the booths do it. They talk with the accent.
There was a lot of engagement from like actors there. And then last year it seemed to have died down and was pretty lame.
Oh, yeah.
And this year seemed to be extremely lamer than last year's lameness.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought this year was exactly the same as last year. But
There was 4 booths all selling the same shit. Those phone charging cases. And
I saw like they had like some Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah,
was it the same one? I saw that.
There was 4 of them. They all worked
Flashing
together.
lights
And yeah, and it just seemed really, there wasn't a lot of engagement from people, and it seemed smaller, less booths. Yeah, this year just kind of sucked.
I still like it. I still like going. I like looking at the vendor shops. I like being around the whole Christmas spirit. But other than that, like Christmas music, got my Christmas shopping done.
Well, I also can't do too much right now because my wife is on bed rest. She just got a major surgery done, so
Yeah.
I've been babysitting her.
Yeah, you have been. But she was able to get up and finally go to do that.
Right, I had to push her in a wheelchair, so it was fun for me.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
rented a wheelchair from the place.
Oh, okay.
And that way, because there was no way she could walk through there.
Yeah.
So I rented the wheelchair and I pushed her around.
But she's doing much better now.
Yeah, she's healing up
That's good.
now that she's finally resting.
Well, that's good.
Well, and then there's a couple places this year that it's been going on for multiple years, but I've never been yet. One of it is the Main Street in Ogden. They do like a Christmas market type thing.
Oh, I never heard of that.
And also at This Is the Place Heritage Park.
Yeah.
They do it's like a German Christmas market there. That's
Oh,
been going on
interesting.
for multiple years, and I've heard about it a few years ago, and I keep forgetting about it, and I really want to go, but I don't think I'll make it if my wife isn't, because I don't think I can get a wheelchair there.
Because it's more like outdoors.
And it's like, yeah,
Got
it's not paved roads.
Okay. So have you done anything else then for this year so far?
Nothing really. I still need to do a lot of shopping.
I got mine done like Black Friday. I had everything done. Like the weekend after Thanksgiving, I was done already.
Yeah.
I like to get mine out early. The only thing I do is because I pick names for our family and then my in-laws. So I have to pick a name. So we do that around the Thanksgiving time. But then I kind of find out who it is, and then that weekend I just go knock out those 2, and I'm basically done. I like to get it done early and out
I
of the way.
still
So
need
I
to
don't have to fight
get a few gifts for family members and then a couple gifts for those names that were drawn. Because we just
Uh-huh.
did one last night with some friends.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm going to have to get more presents now. Just keep tacking them on. Last minute is what you're going to get.
But I know we've got a party coming up with some family friends.
I got that taken care of.
And I've got some white elephant gifts that I've got. Have you got yours already?
Yes.
I want to know what some of you guys have given away as some great white elephant.
Oh, yeah. Let us know
Gifts.
some good white elephant gifts.
So I want you guys, if you're watching the YouTube, comment in the YouTube section. Share your ideas with everybody. And then if you're following our social media, you can also post it there. If you got some good pictures too, send them our way. We're always looking for good white
Yeah,
gifts.
send them on Instagram or Facebook or right to the Gmail at Buko Boys podcast at gmail.com.
So it'll be fun to see what you guys have given and what you've received or what ideas you have.
Yeah, I want to see some good ones. And I will post my new ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh, okay.
After our party.
All right.
Because
I gotta go get one.
I don't want to spoil it. This is gonna change. This is a game changer. My new sweater is a game changer. It's not. Oh, I can't even describe it because it's too good to give. I don't want to give it away. You're gonna have to wait for that post to come up.
So do you have like some? Do you listen to Christmas music all year or not all year? Around this time, all the time?
Depends. Sometimes, right now in the car, depending on what car I'm in. If I'm taking my car, I'll usually listen to other podcasts or music. But and the music I'm listening to is like my normal music. But if I take my wife's car for whatever reason, then I leave it on the FM station in there, and I'll just put on Christmas music.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
You just feel more Christmassy in her car?
Yeah, because it's red.
Because it's red.
So I feel a little more like I'm in a sleigh, I guess.
Okay. In a sleigh. Now, I want to talk about this subject that everyone's been talking about, and it's this radio station in Ohio. They have banned, due to unanimous decision from their listeners, banned the song Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh,
Baby,
man, it's such a predatory song, but it's...
So, it's funny because for a birthday party we went to, it was a karaoke party, and so Etna, my wife, really likes that song, so she said we should do karaoke with it, me and her, a duet. So I said, okay, that might be fun, let's practice it. So I'm basically, because she didn't understand all the words of what they're saying, so I kind of, it's an old song, old-timey language, basically, so I kind of had to break down the definition of some of these words, and I was telling her, I'm like, I actually described it in a funny manner of, it's kind of rapey.
Yeah. Well,
but now, literally a week later, it's all over the news that this radio station banned it because they're saying it's very predatory.
Yeah, so I remember when Elf came out, and they were singing this on Elf, and I remember hearing it there, and I was paying attention to the words, and I'm like, this is very rapey.
Because she's taking a shower in the...
Well, not just that. I mean, just the words of the song, when you actually pay attention to him, he's just like, no, you're staying here, and we're going to do it.
I honestly don't know even how that's a Christmas song, though. I mean, just
it's really not a Christmas song. It's
just the words
really
that
about,
it's
like,
cold outside.
It's freezing out there, and it's better to just cuddle in my bed naked with me than to deal with that snowstorm.
So I since we did the duet, I was kind of paying attention to the words, and that was my phrase. It's a little rapey, but I don't know. Was it a different time then? I don't know. Was it more common?
Well,
I don't know.
Mainly because I think this year that whole Me Too movement came out.
Oh boy!
So with that being a big thing and people still probably needing something to complain about, this was a good thing for people to complain about.
Are we complaining too much in our society?
Fuck yeah, we are.
It's almost like a joke now that we are, but people still just keep complaining and whining, and you can't make everybody happy.
I think is when people are complaining about putting genders on birth certificates now.
Oh boy,
it's that bad now.
That's terrible.
But
listen,
I don't have a problem with that being on a radio show
I don't either, and I think we need to focus on the majority, not minority.
I mean,
to adjust to what minority people think, and again, let's not make a big deal like, oh, you're talking about Asian people or Mexican people. Not that kind of minority. The minority population.
The ones that get butthurt.
Yeah, like, we should not be focused on making them happy or appeal to them, which I think we should always focus on the majority of people. If they want to
complain so much, they can come up with their own PC network.
Or go to their own island.
PC island.
Yeah, go to your own island. Because I saw some people post about that news topic, and I said, well, then I want to be offended too.
Well,
because I think the song Santa Baby is a gold digging ass song.
Oh, hell yeah.
From some greedy ho-ho-hos.
Yeah, that whole...
She wants platinum mines. She wants a yacht. She wants all sorts of stuff. And as a man that I've seen people get taken advantage of, I'm now offended by that song.
Good for you. Gosh. Me too. Hashtag me too.
Yeah, hashtag. I'm shaking my head over here. It's ridiculous.
Oh, speaking of that whole thing.
Okay.
The old claymation Rudolph. People are complaining about that
What?
because now that his Rudolph's dad was mean to him, and the bullying part of it all, and Santa was insensitive or something about that. I can't remember, but it was just too much complaining. Way too much complaining.
Yeah. So, you know what I watched actually? Because around like Thanksgiving, I like to watch that movie Holiday Inn.
Okay.
Bing Crosby, Fred Astaire. You know that movie?
Yeah.
It's a classic. I love that movie. And I'm watching it, and there's a section, and there's going to be complained about probably next year. Watch. There's a section where they do a dance and song for each holiday. That's the point of this inn.
Okay.
And I want to say it's President's Day. I don't remember, but they're wearing blackface. Okay. Now, obviously, today doing blackface, not a good idea. It's offensive to people.
Yeah,
we get it
these
now.
things were made back in the 40s,
This
50s.
this is before color was on TV, and so they did blackface. It was actually normal. Still wasn't right, and that's why they stopped it, obviously.
Yeah, but
just wait, they're gonna start banning. Amazon Prime shouldn't be putting on Holiday Inn because there's 2 minutes of the movie where it has some blackface. It's like, get over it, people.
Yeah.
Get over it. I've watched movies where they're in, World War II and they're making fun of Asians. I don't take offense to it. It was war. It was during, it was decades ago. Different time. I don't take offense watching a movie when they make fun of Asians.
I know. Well, imagine the future when someone listens to a Little John song.
A Little John song?
Yeah. This is offensive.
You know what it's like? Because people go through these phases. It's like back in our parents' generation, they didn't want to watch Elvis
because he was shaking his hips.
He was shaking his hips.
He was going to get arrested for shaking his hips on TV.
And now it's like, 8 years ago, Miley Cyrus is twerking on MTV, and they're like, "Whoa, what's
Nipples
up with
out.
that?" Now it's like, now it's nothing. Now it's like, now every music video's got girls twerking, and it's like, you guys, stop getting so offended.
I know, getting offended from "Baby It's Cold Outside," but it's talking about from the window to the wall and sweat dripping off your balls.
Yeah, exactly,
skate,
right? People need to stop. Stop looking for something to complain about. Stop being a victim. Go live your life.
For real.
And anyway, what's some of your favorite Christmas songs, though?
My favorite Christmas songs?
Like you always catch yourself singing it no matter when it comes on.
Ooh. You tell me some of yours first. And
I'll tell you what, like on Sundays, I like listening to some of the Christmas songs that kind of revolve around Jesus. Like "Oh Holy Night" and "Silent Night," things like that. But I like the ones that, like Silver Bells.
Did you know that Christmas itself is based off of so many other things that everything you like about Christmas has nothing to do with the Jesus part?
What do you mean everything I like about Christmas?
Well, like the decorating, that's called Yule.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And
it's
that's from a different culture.
It's like German or British or something like that.
They take from pagans, the whole Santa Claus thing. What else? The gift giving came from another.
Oh yeah, it's a mashup.
So everything, it's a whole mashup, but it's for some reason, and the whole birth thing was the birth of I think it was a moon, the new moon, or something that happens on December 25th.
Well, I was talking.
But then they turned that into something else, and they took all these different beliefs, mashed it all together to make Christmas and. Make
Christmas
sound like
as
it's all
we know
Christianity.
it.
Yes.
Like Christmas as we know it, but there's still the celebration of what Christmas for a lot of people. And I was talking to our cousin who just came here from Japan, and I was saying, so she's from Tokyo, and I said, so is Christmas like big there? Because obviously it's more known as a Christian holiday. And she said, yeah, like we decorate, but people in the houses, they don't decorate like Christmas trees and decorations. More like in the parks and the buildings and stuff like that. They decorate those. And so I was like, what's the main religion over there? And so they I mean, even in Japan, they have adopted it as a Western holiday that they just like to do because they see us in the States enjoying it.
Well, I think trick-or-treating is starting to catch on worldwide, too.
Oh, I remember we talked about that on one of our past episodes. So do you remember any Christmas songs you like now? You like Rudolph.
I don't care for Rudolph. I like
I get offended when they sing Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, because I don't think Batman smells, and that offends me now.
I think he would smell working that hard, fighting crime. I
in that latex suit. But in general, I don't think he smells, and that offends me.
I know there's some Christmas songs I don't like.
Well, which ones you don't like? Actually, okay, sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off. I actually am not a really big fan of Baby It's Cold Outside.
I'm not either.
I'm actually not a big fan of that song.
I'm not a big fan of it. I just think it's funny that people get offended by it.
Yeah, I do too. But side note, I actually was not a big fan of that song.
Let's see. That one song that's on the Charlie Brown, the dun 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 dun.
Oh.
That gets played on the radio a ton.
Yeah,
I swear to God, every time I get in the car, it's that song. And
I'm actually not a big fan of that one either.
Yeah, and there's nothing about it that sounds Christmassy besides it was in the Charlie Brown Christmas movie, but I don't like it.
Okay.
Sometimes Oh Holy Night, when it's sang by somebody that's singing in really slow, I can't stand that.
Okay. How about okay?
The ones I do like, I can tell you right now that I've just thought about it, is like the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
You like it?
Yeah, when they do versions of Christmas songs.
Yeah.
I like all of the ones they do.
Have you been to their concert?
No, but you have.
It's so good. So Edna, my wife, I don't think she's even heard of them before when I got tickets. I said, well, I'm a big fan. We should go watch it. She said, okay. I think she got it for my birthday actually. So she said, okay, let's go. And so it wasn't quite what she was expecting, because with the name orchestra in the name, she thought it was going to be more traditional orchestra, not the electric orchestra, which I was digging. That flames come in and they were on these lifts going over the crowd, over the fans. It was an awesome show, and so it was not what she was expecting. But once she started getting into it, she got into it and she liked it. So it was fun. I like TSO. They're pretty awesome.
Oh shit! You know their acronym?
Of course.
Damn, I didn't know they had an acronym like
TSO. How about movies? You have some crazy or funny movies you'd like to go to?
There was a new Elf movie that I noticed on
what?
Hulu, I think. It was Buddy the Elf. It's Buddy the Elf. It's Elf the...
Is it a cartoon?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's like computer animated, like Pixar-ish.
I've seen of it.
It's called Buddy the Elf's Christmas Musical or something.
Okay.
I started watching it.
I've heard of it now, yeah.
It's pretty corny, but there was some adult humor. There was some humor in there. But at the moment we were watching it, my wife was like, hell no, turn this off.
How about, did you see that Christmas Story with Maya Rudolph that they did? It was like it was live action, but it was kind of like, it was almost like live action. I don't even know how to explain it.
What's it on?
It came on. I think it came on regular TV maybe like a year or two ago.
No.
And they just kind of reenacted it, but it was like they were on a stage. I didn't watch it, but that's just the impression I got. I haven't seen it. That's why I was asking if you've seen it.
Mm-mm.
Okay, but do you like Christmas Story?
Of course, I love Christmas Story.
That's such a good movie.
I haven't seen it on yet this year.
And I remember when I first watched it a long time ago when I was younger, I actually really thought it was from like the 50s or 40s, whatever.
I totally did too. I thought this was the oldest thing.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is still a pretty good classic. And then I think I saw, this is what Ralphie's doing now, and he's in a bunch of Vince Vaughn movies. I said, oh, wait, he's not old. How old is this guy?
He's only a few years older than us.
So then I realized, the release date was like in the 80s was the release date. Mm. So I love that movie and that nostalgia of looking back at those times.
Kind of like what Stranger Things did.
Yeah. I'm so big into nostalgia right now. I love nostalgia. In fact, I know we talked about it, but I'm really into like the whole Disney 90th, Mickey Mouse 90th anniversary. Anyways, speaking of that, I love Christmas, Mickey's Christmas Carol. That's a good one. I
saw that one already this year.
I haven't seen that one.
You know what?
Yet.
I didn't notice as a kid how short that movie is.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes or something. Yeah. I can't believe how much I paid to buy that a long time ago. I bought it. I'm like, I really love it. I want to see it. And I bought it, and I was like, oh, it's only 15 minutes. Look, there's a couple other movies on it, like Pluto's Christmas.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that's on Netflix or something right now that we watched.
A few years ago, I decided to read the book, Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
You read the book?
I read the book. Have you read it? You ever read it?
Hell no. Not when there's that many movies to watch of it.
But I'll tell you, I just was in the mood to read it. It's a damn good book.
Is it?
It's really good.
There is a movie on Amazon Prime that came out last year about Charles Dickens writing the book.
I watched it. It's on right now. It's still on Prime.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
I started it, and nobody that was here when we started it was interested in watching it.
Okay.
Besides me, and there was so much going on that I just turned it off, and it's like, I'll just watch this another time.
I watched it by myself. I liked it.
You did?
It probably won't be like a tradition for me to watch it every year, but I like it.
But is it very Christmassy, or is it more of just...
Um, cr- ooh, I don't know if I'd say. I mean, he's writing the book about it, so about the
I
Christmas
want to say
Carol.
there was a movie I watched yesterday. Speaking of Bing Crosby, was White Christmas.
Okay,
That wasn't very Christmassy.
I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I didn't. There was like 6 minutes left when I stopped watching it, and I
You couldn't
was
finish the
ignoring a
last
lot.
6 minutes.
No, no,
I got
I didn't.
6 minutes
It was
in and I
because it was
stopped.
like time to like we were gonna go do something. We are gonna
Okay.
go to a barbecue last night, and it was like, do we want to sit here for the last 6 minutes of this? And I just was like, nah.
I couldn't get into it.
I nothing about it screamed out a Christmas movie.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing about it. They're at war and then they're
Yeah,
performing.
exactly. Yeah.
And it's not even that they're performing Christmas songs.
I couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I do like on a nice fun twist to Christmas Carol is Scrooge with Bill Murray.
That one I haven't watched in a few years.
You haven't?
No, so I do need to watch that again.
It's a good twist. I like it. You might even have it on your Amazon because it's hooked up to my account. Maybe I'll show it to you.
Probably.
I got a bunch of movies on our Amazon account that you can probably watch.
Oh, speaking of Dickens and the Dickens Festival, so when we were there at the Dickens Festival yesterday, this guy had these drinks, these these mixes that you add with any type of liquors, and you could
Yeah,
freeze
I was
it.
wondering because the line was too big. I couldn't get in there, and it was like at the beginning, right? It was at the front, so I didn't go back to it. Yeah, keep going. I'm
So
interested.
he let me try a few different ones, and then he had me try this hot one because the other ones were blended.
Okay.
Iced. And then he hands me a hot one, and I was like, "What's this one called?" He's like, "It's like a." He couldn't say the name. I was like a cider. So yeah, I'm like, "Is it a hot Dickens cider?" he stopped. He was trying his best to be professional.
Because he's in character.
Well, yeah, because I think he said it out loud in his head. I heard it. I heard girls really like drinking that on a.
Oh, I'm offended now. I'm offended now.
What does it have to be a her?
Any other good? I love Elf
Yeah, also
and
good one.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation
Yep.
and Home Alone. I have to watch those. I
You know-
have to watch those.
I can't watch. I can go like every other year. Watch them every other year, because some of that slapstick comedy is just overdone.
I don't think so.
So, like-
it never goes out for style for me.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where if I watched it last year, I'm not gonna watch it this year.
I'll tell you what. There was some time where I went through I went through a time where I didn't watch like Home Alone for a long time, and I watched it for the first time in many years about 3 years ago. And there's a part that I still think about that cracks me up, and I didn't relate it as a kid, but it's when they're going through the house. He's in his room. He's got the bicycle, and he slides down to his treehouse.
Okay.
Right, and they go in his room. They're like, "Where is he?" And he yells from his treehouse, "I'm over here, you horse's ass!"
Yeah.
I was like, "Why did I not catch that as a kid? That's gold right
What are
there."
you talking about? We did catch that as a kid. I remember that
I don't
was my
remember.
favorite line from that.
I'm like, "That's."
Your horse's ass.
I think I'm gonna make a ugly Christmas sweater with that. I'm over here, your horse's ass. I love that phrase.
That was a classic from that. You know what? I don't even remember watching Home Alone 2. I don't remember any of the other Home Alones.
Okay.
I don't know what it was like. I remember watching them, but I never cared for them. I liked the first one, and
Second one's okay,
yeah, I can't
but I
remember
do
much.
like the first one's. I think I love it. It's great.
Or the other ones have anything to do with Christmas? The one in New York.
Well, I know the second one does because he's in New York. They're going for
I remember it is
Christmas
snowing.
vacation, and they're trying to rob the toy store and around Christmas
Okay.
time. That's what the wet bandits are up to.
Yeah,
that
that's
time.
when he
Sticky
meets that-
bandits.
the pigeon lady.
The pigeon lady, he gives her the turtle dove ornament as a gift. So yeah, it's Christmas based. I think they all are. I don't remember anything after the
Now
second one.
Macaulay Culkin looks like a damn skeleton.
No, he looks good now. Have you seen him lately?
No,
He was on Ellen.
really? Does
He
he
looks-
look just like Ellen? I could imagine him and
A
Ellen
little
being
bit,
identical.
yeah. I mean, he does act a little feminine, so that might offend some people me saying that, but he does.
No, I think he's bisexual. I remember seeing something not too long ago where he was making out with another dude on stage.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not offended by that.
good, good.
And but yeah, he's actually pretty funny. He's pretty witty. I saw him on another TV show too, one of the late night interview shows, and he's pretty witty. He's pretty funny.
I still thought that was the weirdest thing when him and Mila Kunis were together.
It was very interesting.
It was hard to see that.
Yeah.
I was offended by that.
I was gonna ask. I'm glad you said it first. So I want to also know what your guys' favorite Christmas movies are. So again, please write it in the comments. Throw it up on our social media, Facebook and Instagram, or shoot us an email, bukoboyspodcast@gmail.com. I want to know what some of your favorite. Maybe we should do like a voting bracket.
Oh yeah, we can do a poll, huh?
Maybe like a poll. I'm curious to see what some of your guys' favorites are.
I do want to watch now that I saw. I was scrolling past it and I didn't have time to watch it that time. Was Reindeer Games?
I haven't seen that.
Ben Affleck? Yeah.
I've never seen it. I don't even know what it's about.
I want to say I remember seeing some of that, or maybe I did watch it.
Is it Christmas related?
I believe it is.
Oh, okay.
And it has because I think his name's Rudolph.
Okay, I never associated with Christmas. I know the word.
Or his name is Rudy. His name is Rudy.
Okay, I didn't even catch that.
But I don't know and I know it does happen in winter. But maybe it does. Shit, I'm gonna have to watch it.
Do you think Die Hard's a Christmas movie?
I've heard both sides.
Or Gremlins?
Gremlins, yes.
Okay.
Die Hard, Bruce Willis said it is not a Christmas movie. This is coming from Bruce Willis. But
it starts off at a Christmas party, and then it stops after that.
I would say any movie that has Christmas involved with it is considered a Christmas movie.
So you're saying Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
Yeah, I don't care what you say, Bruce Willis. Eat it. You ain't shit to me, bud, you bald-headed bastard.
No, we want to keep on topic of movies. We saw a couple new trailers come out.
Or do you want? Yes.
Why did you not want to veer away yet? That's fine. I love talking about Christmas movies.
Well, no, I was going to talk about Christmas treats.
Oh, Christmas treats.
Yes. While we're on the topic of Christmas items.
Okay.
Disneyland.
Well, you pull that up. You're going to look up Disney treats. I want to know, what do people think about fruitcake?
I think it's like poi.
Go on. You guys should all know about our...
Yeah, if you don't know our feelings of poi, episode 2.
F-poi.
F-poi.
So you think the same way about fruitcake? You're not a big fan of it?
I want to say if I've ever had a good fruitcake, they've called it something else.
What? I'm confused.
Because I've never had a fruitcake that tasted good. I've had cakes with like things in them.
Okay, like candied fruits. Is that what you mean?
Yes, but they were never called. It wasn't called a fruitcake or anything.
Okay.
But I've never had not like those bright colored candied fruits that you see in normal fruitcake.
Okay.
But whenever I've had fruitcake, it's been shit.
So I bought this little loaf type thing at a grocery store nearby. For me, it was overly sweet. Not a big fan of that. But there's a place here in Utah, local, Schmidt's Bakery. I've been told it's one of the best fruitcakes in the state because they make it genuinely. So it is a little pricey because of the way they make it. I want to try it this year. Are you down for that?
Of course.
All right. I think we should try it and put it out there. So I'm going back to the listeners and the viewers again. Do you guys know of a good fruitcake recipe or a place where we can purchase it? Because I actually want to try good fruitcake and see, is it really what people make it out to be? More of you pass it around, you never eat it, you use it as a doorstop or whatever? Or is there some really good fruitcake?
I know people go bowling with it. There's like a whole tradition of people bowling with fruitcake.
So is it what they talk about? Is it just that situation, or is there some good ones? What?
Yeah, it's usually just used as like a novelty.
Yeah.
Like a gag gift. Here's a loaf of shit bread.
Good white elephant gift idea right there. So I want to hear what you guys think. But anyway, you've got some. So why did you come want to talk about this?
Because Disneyland always has some damn good seasonal treats. And the other night we were in bed, you and I. My wife and I were in bed, and she was scrolling through her phone and reading off the seasonal Disney treats for the holiday season.
Have you been there around the holiday season?
No, only Halloween. I've been around Halloween.
Okay.
But
what do they have around Halloween then?
They'll have pumpkin spice flavors.
Yes,
obviously. So I've had the pumpkin spice churro.
Ooh, and that sounds good.
What was the other one? the other pumpkin one? Oh, the beignets.
Ooh, that does sound good.
But let me tell you what they have right now for the
Okay,
holiday
so this is
season.
happening right now. This is not like a past one.
Right, this is happening right now.
Do
at
they change it
Disneyland.
all the time? Do you know if they change it?
Yes, they do.
Oh,
During the
okay.
summer times, the beignets go through multiple flavor changes.
Oh, okay.
Orange creamsicle, pineapple.
Got it.
So anyways, right now, they have candy cane beignets.
Okay, so like a peppermint flavored beignet.
Mm-hmm. And
Now,
their beignets,
if people are listening don't know what beignet is,
so it's like a fluffy scone.
yeah, it's
But they're small circles.
from Nolans, French
They're French.
inspired.
But they're if you go to the Mint Julep Bar in the New Orleans Square, that's where you'll find the beignets.
Because obviously it's from the movie Princess and the Frog.
Yep. This one I don't really. It's the gingerbread man cookie and chocolate
You know
mousse
what?
brownie.
Well, you've got it. Why don't you put it up to the camera if people are watching YouTube?
See that?
What's that one called? You said?
It's just a gingerbread man cookie, but it's
okay.
like gingerbread man that you can actually soft and eat it.
Oh, okay. It's not gonna break your teeth.
Right.
Okay,
It's not like
got
those
it.
kind that you normally see that, totally going to rip your mouth.
Right,
Break
I'm with
something
ya.
in your mouth. They have a seasonal Rice Krispies and cake pops that just are like seasonal designed.
I love Rice Krispie treats.
Same with their chocolate covered caramel apples. Just
Oh, it's like a Mickey Mouse wearing a sweater.
Santa
Minnie
hat.
Mouse wearing a sweater.
Yeah, wearing a Santa hat.
That's clever.
Ooh, gingerbread funnel cake fries.
Yep, I'm down with that. Are you
I
a
would
big
love to try.
gingerbread fan? I'm not a huge
I've
gingerbread
never
fan.
had a soft gingerbread cookie that I've had ginger snap cookies.
Yeah.
They're okay. They're also really hard. But I've never had a soft gingerbread cookie before.
Okay.
But I have ingredients to make some right now because I have the ninja bread cookie mix
Oh, okay.
that you have to actually bake yourself.
Do you add real ginger in it?
Well, it comes in the mix, so it's already pre-made,
Okay.
The ingredients are all there. I just have to add butter and an egg and mix it up and roll it out and cut it with a cookie cutter.
Okay. 'Cause I'm not a huge fan of gingerbread. I like some. I had some, I think last year, and it had a good amount of ginger in it. And it had a little bite to it. I kind of dug it. I was digging it. But
Okay, I'd
continue.
like to
That's
try
good.
that. But yeah, the gingerbread funnel cake fries.
I'd try
looks
that.
amazing. And then there's a chocolate peppermint candy cane shake over at the V8
right.
Cafe. That's over in California Adventure.
Do you like do you big fan of peppermint shakes?
They're okay.
Or like eggnog shakes?
They get a little bit they're too sweet. The eggnog shakes, I can only do a few bites, and then you have a whole thing of it left, and you're like,
It's like with eggnog. Like I like eggnog shakes, but after like a couple sips, all right, I'm done.
Let's see. I'm gonna scroll some of these. Some of these are just like decorated stuff that they normally always have.
Okay.
Ooh, this one looks good. A cookie, butter, and jelly cheesecake holiday duet.
Interesting.
Amazing. I'll put that up here. See that on YouTube. Horchata fudge.
That's a great idea. I don't know
Right?
why that. I don't know if that's Christmas related, but it's still a great idea.
Ooh, a frosty frosé.
Okay.
Let me read that. As a frozen blue slushie in a fancy glass, this drink was such an eye-catcher. The frosty frosé is made with frozen rosé, blue curacao, white cranberry juice, and garnished with a mint sprig.
All right.
I would try it.
Till your
Ooh,
tongue
this
is
one's
blue.
every year I hear about this one. The chocolate Yule log.
I want. You know what? Going back to talking about the fruitcake Yule log, something I've also never had, but I've heard good things about it. The
I've never
cake,
had
not
it.
the actual fireplace Yule log, but
the
chocolate cake.
It's like a Swiss roll.
I wonder if Schmidt also makes one of those. We should try
I
it out.
bet you they do.
We should go try it
We should
out.
gorge ourselves until we schmidt our pants. Here, there's a few other things. They have a white chocolate dip. How do you say lingonberry?
Lingonberry.
Speculous cookie.
Okay, so it's like it's like the the cookie spreads.
Let's see, sticky toffee pudding with brandied vanilla sauce.
How about figgy pudding? I've never tried
had
that.
Figgy pudding. Maybe I have. I think I've had
I don't know
figgy
if
pudding
I've had
somewhere.
figgy pudding. I don't even know what it is.
I want to say I can't remember where though, but I remember seeing something about figgy pudding and maybe I seen it somewhere and I couldn't order it. I don't remember.
I want to try some good figgy pudding.
We should make
Where
our
can we
own.
find some good figgy pudding, people?
Yeah, I would totally try that. Oh, and then the last thing I'll say is on the secret menu, the peppermint candy cane churro.
Okay.
And that's only at Sleeping Beauty's castle.
Peppermint churro.
I'd try it.
I would try it. I mean, really, I'd try anything.
Right.
I mean, really, I'd try anything.
Okay, so I think that's enough Christmas talk for now.
I could keep going, but I think
know.
maybe our listeners might be alright with it.
But this is only the beginning of December.
But guess what Disney also owns?
Marvel.
They own Marvel.
And guess what just got released yesterday?
A trailer for the new Avengers movie.
Which is titled...
Endgame.
Goddamn right it is.
Endgame.
Shit's going down in this
I know we've talked previously about Captain Marvel, and a longer trailer was a release of that one. And it's kind of her and Fury talking a lot about the Kree versus the Skrull. And, obviously it's taking place in the 90s before all the Avengers.
When Nick Fury had 2 eyeballs.
2 eyeballs and an afro.
Yep.
and in that trailer, real quick, it almost seems like there's a part where they're infusing Captain Marvel with some blue blood. Kree blood.
They're turning her into an alien, pretty much.
And I know, like, in the trailers, it seems like she keeps flashing back and forth.
Right.
In her past. So it makes me think they're maybe trying to brainwash her at some point, too. Impressions I got, anyway.
I think it was one of those things where she didn't remember her past. Because they found her where she was almost dead. Uh-huh. And then they revived her, but infusing her with that alien blood.
So you think it's maybe to save her life with giving her blood?
To save her life.
That's a good thing.
And she didn't remember her past. And then it's like coming back to her in flashes.
Because now she landed back to Earth.
Right.
Because it looked like she was in some type of battle out in space, landed in Earth, and now she's getting flashbacks. Like, wait, maybe I'm from here.
And I think this
impressions
is
I got
Nick Fury's first encounters with a
superhuman. Good idea too. Or aliens, maybe even aliens.
Right. So yeah, Nick Fury, he's been in the game since the 90s.
And now he disappeared into dust.
Yeah,
because that's how it ended off the last Avengers.
Well,
50% of people.
And then with this new Infinity Wars trailer, the way that trailer ends, because you think, oh, Captain Marvel's gonna come save everybody. No, it looks like here comes Ant-Man to save everybody.
At the end of the trailer?
Yep.
Yeah. But the last time we saw him in the movie was he was actually in that quantum realm, and he couldn't get back because everyone around him disappeared. Remember that? He went in at the end of the Ant-Man and the Wasp. He went in to get some more of that particle matter.
And they thought he was dead. But, speaking of which, no, remember the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie? Did you watch that?
Yeah.
In that, they talked about how he came... Oh, you know what? Shit, I got things confused. Because he went to the quantum realm and came back, and they were talking about that in the Hornet and Wasp movie. And so that's why they were trying to bring back the Michelle Pfeiffer's character, the original Wasp. Because... So now, let's see.
So the Wasp and the original Ant-Man, Dr. Pym, which is Michael, what's his name?
Douglas.
Yeah, Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer and his daughter, they were all outside while he went into the quantum realm to go get some more of that matter for that ghost lady.
Okay,
I can't remember. And so he's like, hey, I'm ready to come back. Guys,
and then
everyone had vanished. That's the end of the movie. Spoiler alert. At
the end I'm glad you reminded me. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So now at the end of this trailer, he's like, "Hey, it's me, guys. Remember me from Germany at the airport? And I was a giant man." Yeah. So how did he get back? Is my question.
Because that's why nobody knew where he was.
Probably he was in the realm,
and nobody knows how much time had passed since Thanos snapped his fingers. Because
from this to this trailer, right? Because it does look. Like a lot for me, the impression I got was a lot of time has gone by.
Exactly, it looks like a lot of time has gone by where Tony Stark is still floating in space. He ran out of food and water, and is about to run out of oxygen. And he's leaving a message for Pepper Potts. Yep. So you don't know. Okay, how many days has he been in space floating?
Right.
And then it looks like what's his name comes back?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye comes back, but now he looks like another character called Moon Knight. Moon Knight has the hood he's wearing.
Yes.
Moon Knight,
but isn't he wear all white though? Moon Knight.
Yes, Moon Knight's all white, but doesn't mean they're not going to change. But that hood is very distinctive. The way it's shaped How it has that little
I didn't really think
that
about
peak
it.
in the front. It has that like peak looking thing in the front almost, and it's really sharp pointed at the top.
I didn't think about it. Now maybe I have to rewatch that. Interesting.
So he looks like he's changed his name.
But he doesn't have his bow and arrows. He has a sword or a staff or something with a blade.
It looked like a sword the way like a samurai would clean the blood off, like in between his arm and sliding it.
Yeah.
So it looked like he was cleaning off the blood off a sword, but it could have been a staff because Moon Knight has a staff.
Yeah, with a blade at the end.
So it could have been
Interesting.
More and more like Moon Knight, right?
Interesting. That's very interesting.
I caught that on my own. I haven't read shit about it.
I haven't seen anything about the trailer. I literally just watched a trailer before we started recording here, and I kind of get the impression that it was Black Widow and
Captain America.
Captain America were together, and just from their conversation, made it seem like a lot of time has passed as well. That's kind of where I'm getting this impression that it's been a while since he snapped his fingers. So.
Oh yeah, and there's a scene where Thanos' armor is like hung up.
Oh, like as a scarecrow. That's what that was. Okay.
Yeah, that was Thanos' armor.
So at the end of the Avengers movie, he doesn't have armor. He's like looking over this field. He's like in a cave or something like that. I can't remember. And he didn't have his armor on. So that's okay. Interesting. I mean, I'm stoked for this movie. When's the release for this? Do you remember the release?
Shit. Next year. Probably.
Okay.
Their
After
thing is
Marvel.
always May. May is their big release date.
Was that when Captain Marvel comes out though?
They're probably going to come out May, June, July. Those are like the big release dates for Marvel. Big summer blockbusters, and every year they have a May release.
Okay. So Captain Marvel's March.
Okay.
And let me look at the Avengers.
I'm guessing May.
I mean, that would be awesome. Or maybe they don't even have a release date yet since they just had the teaser trailer. I bet they don't even have a release date yet.
Probably not.
Because I think it was a teaser. It was a short trailer. It was very short, so I bet they don't have a release date yet. Okay,
so maybe it won't even be till like a Christmas movie.
So stay tuned because we'll talk about more when the final trailers start coming out. The extended trailers. We can talk more about what we think's happening.
When's the biggest? It's always like holiday releases or like the big blockbuster releases.
Summer break, spring break, summer break.
Anytime kids are out of school.
Yep. Yeah, holidays are coming up because they're like, oh, you ain't going anywhere. Go watch a movie. It's hot outside.
So yeah, I'm really interested to see where this is going and the characters that are going to stay dead. I know Loki's going to stay dead.
Oh, okay.
They said that that's already a thing, that he's not coming back.
Okay.
And I know they're gonna. I think Tony Stark's probably gonna either retire from the Avengers or die.
Interesting.
Choose one. So another trailer that was just released as a teaser was the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, for the last season.
And
Did they say April is when it begins? April 2019. It's the last season. I'm a little hurt by it.
Well, don't be hurt.
I'm offended by it.
Don't be offended because they're going to release other seasons.
Yeah, they're supposed to do some spin-offs, right? They're supposed to do some spin-offs. I think that'll be great. I love that. I love the whole concept of knights, dragons, kingdoms. I love that. I love that stuff. So I was a really big fan of Game of Thrones because it was, it was on HBO, so it was unrated. There was boobs. It was awesome.
Yes.
Incest. Boobs. Oh, I'm offended.
Incest.
Don't get offended, guys. And so I love Game of Thrones. I love the stories. The only thing that was hard for me was keeping track of who was who because the names are crazy.
Yeah, I still sometimes I confuse myself thinking somebody else is somebody else's name. So I'll be describing it and like, no, that's so and so.
I remember talking about it and you weren't watching it and then you finally said, okay, I'm gonna give in. I'm gonna watch it. And you just binged through it.
Yeah, I pretty much lived in Westeros for 2 weeks.
But it's still good, right?
It is.
Best. So it's for you then it's a bittersweet ending coming up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see how this part ends, but then I'm also excited to see all the other storylines of characters they only introduced a small part of or only spoke of, and you never actually got to see them. So like the Targaryen family line, I want to see the whole Targaryen family line.
Oh, so before that Mad King and
Yes.
stuff, I'd like to see that. I like to see the Hound and the Mountain as kids growing up. I like to see
Yeah.
their relationship growing up. I think that'd be interesting. I actually like both those characters.
Speaking of the Mountain,
Uh-huh.
have you seen this dude's family, his real life family?
No.
He's a runt.
What?
Yeah. See
Interesting.
him next to his brothers.
So
and he's the runt.
So the Mountain now. This is actually the third actor that played the Mountain.
Yeah.
But he's the longest
and
playing.
that was
actor of it.
also confusing seeing the show. Like,
Yeah.
people changed in between
Uh-huh.
seasons and binging it, going from season to season, not, commercial free bitches. And then all of a sudden you see the Mountain and it's somebody completely different and you're like, wait a minute, wait, what?
But yeah, Homeboy's regime of what he eats and what he works out, I've actually seen people try to copy it. And nuts. This dude's nuts.
I mean, look,
the calories.
you gotta
he
imagine how
consumes.
big his organs are.
Yeah.
So I mean, his stomach, normal 5'9" guy like me can't be eating the same shit he's eating.
Right, or lifting the amount of weights he's lifting.
Yeah.
He's like 7 foot.
Well, I don't know, man. I was deadlifting over 500.
He's a power lifter.
I'm less than half his size, so being able to lift half of what he does, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but you said you can't lift as much.
If I was
as
his big, I would lift.
said.
I would lift twice as much as him.
Lift houses up.
Yeah, I'd lift mountains.
I'd lift Fiats.
I did. Want me to post that video? Me lifting a Fiat?
No, not really.
Okay.
So back to Game of Thrones. Bittersweet to see the ending, but it'll be interesting to see the spin-offs. But the last time we ended it, Game of Thrones, it was the
Night King.
The Night King.
He's coming with a dragon.
He's got his army.
He's got giants. Everybody they've pretty much have needed that have died, they got on their side.
Yeah, they got the giants. The coolest part, obviously, they harpooned the dragon in the sky. He fell through the ice in the lake.
Mm-hmm.
The mother of dragons, she's distraught. One of her children are dead. You think that part's over? Nope. He drags the dragon out of the lake and does his whatever, and he turns into a ice dragon.
Yeah.
And he destroys the wall that separates. What do they call them?
The
walkers. You almost said walkers, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're White Walkers.
Okay. Yeah.
They're White Walkers.
So that's that. I mean, they basically couldn't get past this wall. This dragon blew it to pieces. And that's how it ended. So obviously they're gonna cross over.
So did they kill all the guys? What is the name of those guys that hold
Men
the
in
wall?
Black?
No, the ones that Jon Snow was a part of. That he became the rulers of. The guys that watch the wall.
Oh my gosh, the Ravens, the Black Men in Black. God,
No,
what are they called?
I can't remember.
No, shoot, I can't remember either.
Does that mean they're all dead now?
I mean, probably the ones that were in there probably got crumbled under that ice.
Or there's no way they could take on that whole army. So they're probably going to be part of that army.
I mean, if I survived, I pretend like I was dead. I'm like, oh, I'm dead. I'm just hiding under this block of ice over here. Please don't step on me, giant. But that's how we ended the show. And that was almost 2 years ago, it seems like.
Yeah, and so the way this little teaser intros is just Frost coming over
it's like
the different animals that represent the family names.
Right, because if you remember, like in the beginning, the opening credits, it's like a game board, it's like a game piece. So that's how this teaser comes out. It's like the game board again, but ice is coming over it, and it envelops a wolf.
Dragon.
Yeah, a dragon. I wonder if that symbolized Targaryen, if it symbolized the actual dragon that they brought back.
No, I think all those animals represented the houses.
That makes more sense now that you say it. But I was thinking that, but now that you say it, yeah, I'm seeing that now. But then that's coming in from like one side, and the other side, fire is coming in.
Right.
So it goes back to the first, fire and ice.
And then it meets in the middle and like raises up to this big clash wall.
Yeah, like
fire and ice. Yeah.
So it goes back to the beginning, right? The fire and ice is the beginning. So it was April, right? We said April when it will be out, but it's a short season too. That kind of sucks.
I think it's 8 episodes.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard. 8 episodes.
I think they're going to be 1.5 to 2 hours long each.
Oh, okay, that's a little better then.
So that's gonna be good watches.
Yeah, I don't have HBO, so I'm probably gonna subscribe just to get it or get
the free month after the last episode.
Oh yeah. Just binge it. Maybe I should.
Or you can come over here and watch it. I got the HBO now.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe we'll do that. Game of Thrones night. Coming soon.
Hell yeah.
So it'll be fun. Do you have a favorite character? On Game of Thrones?
Well, Jon Snow, of course.
He's a badass.
And
incest.
And Jason Momoa's character was a badass too.
Khal Drogo.
Mm-hmm. But I like Tyrion Lannister.
He's hilarious.
Yep.
Peter Dinklage is hilarious. He's hilarious in Elf.
And I do like what's the one guy's name that got mange?
They got mange.
Yeah, don't know what it's called. He got that disease, where like the leprosy, where they turn into those weird people, and he comes back and got rid of it.
Oh my gosh, what's his name? He's got a weird name.
But he comes from the Beaver family.
The Beaver family. He's one of those people that have a weird name. Yeah, it's hard to keep track
start
of.
with an M.
If you give me multiple choice, I could pick it out. If I heard it,
remember
I would
the
know.
little girl. The little girl is in charge of that family right now.
Oh yeah,
Marmot.
Yeah, the bear family.
Is it the bear?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say Beaver.
Yeah, it's the bears because he's part of that family too. Yeah, that's right. Obviously, my
It's been a while. It's been 2 years since we've watched it.
The first character I fell in love with was the patriarch of the Stark family, Jon Snow's dad.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ned
Stark was obviously my favorite character off the
and he
jump.
gets offed right.
Like third episode. I was like, wait a minute, so what's happening? That was like the third episode. Yeah, obviously I like Jon Snow. I like how he manned up. But, it's not even... Actually, Ned Stark's not even his dad. Ned Stark's his uncle. Mm-hmm. Which we found out. That was a cool little twist.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious what other people like, what characters they like. Bree.
Oh, I like Bree. That. Yeah, Lady Bree.
Bree.
They're going to probably do a whole storyline on her dad, because her dad played a big role.
He was a badass, too, yeah.
So I'd like to see, like, a storyline of that, because he was the hand of the king. And then became a ruler of his own place.
They could go a lot of places. I don't think they're going to go all these places maybe I
think they're going to do like one season and get a lot of things covered in one season.
Okay.
They could probably get multiple characters, storylines, because they happen around the same time.
That'll be good. Well, anything else you got?
Nope.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think that's a full episode.
Yeah, we had fun stuff. Talk about Christmas and treats and movies and Game of Thrones.
Oh, you know what we should do next week's episode? Is try weird flavor candy canes.
That's a good idea. Where can we get some, guys?
I've seen some in stores. Not your average, here's a Warhead ones. Not those. I'm talking weird flavors. I've seen pickles and bacon one
and popcorn and mac and cheese.
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Okay, let's get some of those for next week.
We'll have to go check it out. That's a good idea.
All right, folks. Well, thanks for listening or watching. And you guys have a merry week.
Because we're coming back.
Yeah.
Buko Boys out.
Peace.